Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Life English. I'm so happy you're here with us today. If you're new to the channel, thank you for joining. And if you've been with us for a while, welcome back, my friend. Today, we're going to talk about something that truly matters to everyone: personal growth and how to be your best self. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give us a like, leave a comment, and of course, share this video with your friends. It really helps our channel grow, and it keeps us inspired to bring more English learning through real-life conversations like this one. So, let's get started. Today, I'm joined by my good friend who's here to share his thoughts, stories, and lessons about growing as a person. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to talk about this topic. Personal growth is something I think about every single day. It's not just about success. It's about becoming a better version of yourself, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually.
Absolutely. You know, people often say, be your best self, but not everyone really understands what that means. So maybe that's a good place to start. What does being your best self mean to you?
That's a good question. To me, being my best self means learning, growing, and not letting fear or doubt stop me. It means being honest with myself even when it's uncomfortable. It's about improvement, not perfection. Every day, I try to do something that helps me move forward, even if it's small.
I like that. Improvement, not perfection. That's powerful. So, when did you first realize the importance of personal growth? Was there a specific moment in your life that changed how you think about it?
Yeah, actually, there was. A few years ago, I hit a point where I felt stuck. You know that feeling when you wake up and realize you're not happy with where you are, but you don't know how to change it? I was doing the same things every day, but nothing was really improving. Then one night, I asked myself a simple question. If I continue doing the same things for the next 5 years, will I be proud of the person I become? And honestly, the answer was no. That moment hit me hard. I decided to change, to read, to learn, to reflect, to challenge my mindset.
Wow, that's deep. And I think a lot of people can relate to that feeling. Sometimes it takes one simple question to open our eyes. So, when you talk about mindset, what exactly do you mean?
Mindset is the way you see yourself, others, and the world around you. It's the voice inside your head, the one that either lifts you up or pulls you down. It's what shapes how you react to challenges, failures, or success. There are two main types of mindset: fixed and growth. A fixed mindset says, I can't do this, I'm just not good at it. A growth mindset says, I can't do this yet, but I can learn.
Yes, the yet part. That's the secret ingredient. Adding yet changes everything. It turns a limitation into a possibility. How did you shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset in your own life?
It didn't happen overnight. It started with awareness, realizing that I had limiting beliefs. I used to say things like, I'm not confident enough, or I'll never be good at public speaking. But then I started asking myself, is that really true? Or is it just something I've told myself so many times that I believe it? Once I challenged those beliefs, things began to change. I started to replace negative self-talk with empowering thoughts. I learned to say, I'm still learning, instead of, I'm not good at it. And over time, my actions started to reflect my new beliefs.
That's so inspiring. And I love how you said it starts with awareness. Because honestly, many people never stop to think about the beliefs that control them. It's like running on autopilot.
Exactly. We live busy lives, work, family, social media, and we rarely take time to reflect. But personal growth begins with reflection. Ask yourself questions like, what am I doing that no longer serves me? What fears are holding me back? What kind of person do I want to be? These questions sound simple, but they can change your life.
You're right. Sometimes one honest question can transform everything. Do you think it's possible for everyone to grow, no matter their situation?
Definitely. Growth is not about where you start. It's about what you choose to do next. Everyone can grow as long as they're willing to be honest, humble, and consistent. Even small progress is still progress. You don't need to change your whole life overnight. You just need to take one small step in the right direction every day.
That's such a great reminder. Because sometimes people compare themselves to others and feel behind. Like, they're already successful. I'm too late. But the truth is, growth is not a race.
Exactly. Comparison kills growth. When you compare yourself to others, you stop focusing on your own journey. Everyone's timeline is different. Someone may be ahead of you today, but that doesn't mean you can't grow tomorrow. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. If you can be 1% better each day, that's powerful.
I love that. Your only competition is who you were yesterday. So simple, yet so true. Let's talk about challenges, because personal growth sounds beautiful, but it's not always easy. What are some challenges people face when trying to improve their mindset?
That's a good one. I'd say the biggest challenge is consistency. People start strong, they read a book, watch motivational videos, or start journaling. But after a week or two, they stop. Growth requires patience. It's not exciting every day. Sometimes it's boring, slow, or uncomfortable. But that's when real growth happens, when you keep going even when it's not fun.
That's so true. It's like going to the gym. The first few days are exciting, but then it gets hard. You don't see results right away. But if you quit, you'll never see the transformation.
Exactly. And that's why I always say, discipline beats motivation. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. You won't always feel like growing, but if you build the habit of showing up every day, eventually it becomes natural.
That's a great point. So, how do you personally stay consistent when things get tough?
I remind myself why I started. Your why is your foundation. If your reason for growing is strong enough, you'll keep pushing forward even when it's hard. And I also use small systems. For example, I write down 3 things I want to do each day. Not big things, just small habits that help me move forward. Like reading 10 pages of a book, practicing gratitude, or taking a short walk. Small habits create big change over time.
Yes, that's such an important message. Small steps, big change. Sometimes people underestimate what small daily habits can do. Do you have a favorite habit that's helped you grow personally?
Definitely. Journaling. Writing down my thoughts every day helped me understand myself better. When you write, you slow down and see your thoughts clearly. You notice patterns, what triggers your emotions, what motivates you, what fears you have. It's like talking to your future self.
That's beautiful. Talking to your future self. I love that image. Do you write every day or just when you feel like it?
I try to do it every morning, even for 5 minutes. I just write whatever's on my mind, no judgment, no rules. Some days I write about gratitude, some days about struggles. The goal isn't to be perfect, but to be honest.
That's really good advice. I think many people could benefit from that practice. It's simple, but it helps you connect with yourself.
Exactly. Because at the end of the day, personal growth isn't about doing more. It's about being more aware. When you understand yourself, you make better choices. And when you make better choices, you create a better life.
Beautifully said. Let's pause there for a second. If you're watching this video right now, take a deep breath. Think about what kind of person you want to be a year from now. What mindset do you need to build to get there? And remember, you already have everything inside you to grow.
Yes, that's so true. Sometimes we think we need to become someone else to grow. But actually, growth is about becoming more of who you already are. You just need to remove the doubts, fears, and old beliefs that are holding you back.
Wow, that's powerful. Becoming more of who you already are. I like that. Do you think people sometimes grow without even realizing it?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Growth happens quietly. Sometimes we think we're stuck, but in reality, we're learning patience, resilience, or empathy. Not all progress is visible. Sometimes the biggest growth happens on the inside, in your mindset, not in your achievements.
That's so true. Not all growth is visible. Sometimes the changes happening inside you are preparing you for something bigger that you can't even see yet.
Exactly. It's like planting a seed. You don't see the roots growing underground, but one day it breaks through the soil and suddenly everyone notices. But the truth is, the real growth happened in silence, long before anyone could see it.
That's such a beautiful image. Silent growth. It reminds me that we shouldn't rush the process. We live in a world that wants quick results, instant success, overnight change. But personal growth doesn't work that way.
You're right. Real growth takes time, effort, and patience. It's not glamorous. Sometimes it's lonely. Sometimes it's uncomfortable. But that's the price of transformation. You have to go through the process, not around it.
So true. And that's something we all forget. The process is the progress. Every challenge you face is part of the growth.
Exactly. When you fail, it doesn't mean you're not growing. It means you're trying. And trying is better than standing still. I like to think of failures as feedback. They're just information to help me improve.
I love that. Failures as feedback. That's such a healthy way to see it. Instead of saying, I failed, you can say, I learned. And that changes everything.
Yes. When you change the way you see things, the things you see begin to change. That's the power of mindset. It's not about avoiding problems, but about approaching them differently.
Let's talk about that. How do you personally deal with failure or setbacks when they happen?
Good question. At first, I used to take failure very personally. I'd beat myself up, tell myself I wasn't good enough. But over time, I learned to pause and ask, what can I learn from this? And that single question turns pain into purpose. Instead of feeling defeated, I feel guided.
That's such a wise perspective, turning pain into purpose. So, what helps you keep that positive mindset when life gets really hard?
Gratitude. Honestly, gratitude changes everything. Even when life feels heavy, there's always something to be grateful for. Your health, your family, a lesson learned. Gratitude reminds me that I already have enough, even as I'm working toward more. It keeps me grounded.
That's powerful. And it's true. Gratitude and growth go hand in hand. When you focus on what's good, you attract more good. Do you have any daily gratitude habits?
Yes. Every night before bed, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for. They can be small, like a nice conversation, a good meal, or even the sunset. This simple habit trains my mind to see the good in every day, and over time, it really changes how I feel.
That's such a beautiful practice. And honestly, it's something we can all start doing today. Just writing down 3 things we're grateful for.
Exactly. You don't need a fancy notebook or perfect words, just a moment of honesty with yourself. That's what personal growth is about, being honest and kind to yourself.
Let's touch on kindness for a moment. Many people think personal growth is only about pushing harder, doing more, being stronger. But kindness, both to others and to yourself, is also a huge part of growth.
Absolutely. You can't grow if you're constantly criticizing yourself. Self-compassion is essential. Talk to yourself the way you'd talk to a friend who's struggling. Be patient. Encourage yourself. You can't hate yourself into a better version of you. You have to love yourself there.
That's such a great line. You can't hate yourself into a better version of you. It's true. Self-growth begins with self-love. When you accept who you are, you create space for change.
Yes, acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means understanding where you are so you can grow from there. When you resist reality, you suffer. But when you accept it, you can transform it.
That's wisdom right there. So, if someone listening today feels lost or stuck in life, and they don't know where to begin, what would you tell them?
I'd say, start small. You don't need a big plan. Just start by being aware. Notice your thoughts. Notice your habits. Ask yourself, is this helping me grow or holding me back? Then choose one thing you can change today. Just one. Maybe it's waking up earlier, reading for 10 minutes, or simply speaking kindly to yourself. Small steps are the doorway to big transformation.
That's really encouraging. Because sometimes people feel like growth requires huge leaps, but it really starts with small shifts.
Exactly. And those small shifts create momentum. Momentum creates confidence. And confidence fuels even more growth. Before you know it, you look back and realize how far you've come.
That's the beauty of progress. It's invisible until it's not. You just have to keep showing up.
Yes, keep showing up. Even when no one is clapping for you. Even when it feels like nothing is changing. Because the truth is, every effort counts. Every little thing adds up. Your future self will thank you for not giving up.
Beautifully said. You know, the more we talk about this, the more I realize personal growth isn't something you do once and finish. It's a lifelong journey.
Exactly. It's not a destination, it's a lifestyle. Growth doesn't stop when you achieve one goal. It continues as long as you're alive. Every stage of life teaches you something new.
That's why it's called personal growth. It's unique for everyone. There's no one right way to do it, just your way.
Yes, and that's what makes it beautiful. Your journey is yours alone. Don't let anyone rush you or define what success should look like. As long as you're growing, you're already winning.
That's the perfect message to leave with our listeners today. But before we wrap up, if you could give one final piece of advice to anyone who wants to be their best self, what would it be?
I'd say never stop believing that you can change. No matter your past, no matter your mistakes, no matter how long it takes, you are not stuck. You are growing. Keep learning, keep loving, keep moving forward. And remember, your best self isn't someone far away. It's already within you, waiting to be discovered.
That's beautiful. And I think everyone listening right now can feel that message. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your heart with us today.
Thank you for having me. It's been such a meaningful conversation. I hope our listeners feel inspired to take even one small step toward their own growth.
I'm sure they will. And to everyone watching or listening right now, thank you for spending this time with us here on Daily Life English. If you enjoyed this conversation, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share this video with someone who needs a little inspiration today.
Yes, share the message of growth and positivity. Because when one person grows, it inspires others to grow too.
Absolutely. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to learn, to grow, and to become a little bit better than you were yesterday. Be kind to yourself, stay curious, and keep believing in your potential.
Couldn't have said it better. Keep going, everyone. Your best self is on the way.
Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, take care, stay positive, and keep growing with us here on Daily Life English.
See you soon, everyone. And remember, keep shining, keep learning, and keep being your amazing self.